But every single time I open a box, I get that same, like, privileged feeling, you know? How we all doing, guys? The new Torino 25. I've got 21 and 22 here. Those are my favourites. I haven't actually, well, I tell a lie, I hadn't tried 23 or 24. Many people were saying that it, you know, too floral or too fruity or whatever, you know, basically lean too far feminine. That's not my type of thing, you know. I don't at all wear feminine leaning fragrances. That's just me. So I didn't bother sampling them, just skipped them. But my little treat to myself that arrived just the other day, or last week even, direct from Xerjoff. I had two. They had codes. And I had one from when I first joined the Xerjoff membership thing. And I stacked them, let me stack them, so I got quite a chunk off. Why not?
You have enough, I've already checked.
And I got a free sample pack. Let's just rip this open. Let's have a look. Lovely presentation. All the Xerjoff paper in there. Oh no, the sample packs are downstairs. I did get a blue Dunlop tennis ball though. There was a free sample pack that you could put together yourself, that you could choose from pretty much everything they had to buy online, you know. So I chose some, and the standout ones were Louis XV and what was the other? Oh, Hom, because I hadn't smelt those either. And I didn't know, but they sent me the full back catalogue of the Torinos, apart from the original Torino, which was just called Torino. They didn't send that. I haven't tried that either. But they sent 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. And I was a naughty boy and I sampled 25. So I do know what it's like. And also, after I pulled the trigger, a frag friend of mine said, oh, it's meant to be like Ensalade from Marc-Antoine Bauer. And I can confirm that it is. It's not identical, but they are brothers. And I have Ensalade. If you're not familiar with Xerjoff presentation, it's impeccable. Just look at it. Just look at it. That's beautiful, isn't it? The amount of Xerjoff boxes I've got up in my loft. But every single time I open a box, I get that same, like, privileged feeling, you know? So yes, it is like this Ensalade, and I love this. Does that mean that I regret getting this? No. And I'll go on to tell you why in a moment. But let's just talk about this. Forget about Ensalade. Let's just talk about this, because you might not know about Ensalade. That's beautiful. Fresh out the shower. It's getting bombed on for Grantica already, this, you know. Oh, that's good. So good. Oh, by the way, shout out to Lavi, my friend, another fragrance friend. This is his handiwork. He's a designer, artist, does a lot of sketches and, you know, graffiti style art and stuff like that. He sent me this. I'll have a word with him. I think he mentioned he had a website, and if I can get the link, I'll pop it in the comments down below, because it's great. You know, it's massive on me, like he's really, really oversized, but I don't care. And I said to him, you know, after my hiatus, next video, I'll wear it. Well, I've ended up filming quite a few a day, so you've got your wares on show for a few videos, Lavi, but thanks very much for sending it. Anyway, back to the fragrance. Rhubarb. You're getting rhubarb. By the way, I do love this bottle. Like, you can barely tell those apart, but look at that. It's so good. I'll sit him just down there. Beautiful. Yes, anyway, back to the scent. For those of you who aren't familiar with Ensalade, it's rhubarb, as I just said. Rhubarb, saffron, suede, amber. It's rhubarby leather. Now this, the reason I'm not dismayed over my purchase is because this is a beast.
You are a beast!
And honestly, if you end up with that, or if you might even be familiar with it, and if you are, you'll know what I'm saying right now to be fact. You really need to be delicate with that trigger, honestly. If you were to pick that up not knowing how it performs and douse yourself in it with like 10 sprays, you're going to be a problem, and it's going to be a problem for you. It's so loud, and that's why I'm happy to have this. So there might have been times where I've looked at Ensalade and thought, no, not today. Not because I don't like it, I love it, but because of it's obnoxiously loud. This it does smell a hell of a lot like it, but I think if you're putting rhubarb's a very distinct note and it's not used that often, so if you're putting it with saffron and leather, you're gonna get that, aren't you? You know, because just those three notes on their own aren't often found together, and that's the connection that I made immediately. Because to my mind, that's the only thing in my collection that has got saffron, leather and rhubarb in it. So that's where my mind went. So then, how is it different? Other than the performance, it feels cleaner. Like, the Marc Antoine Bauer is that how you say it? Bauer. It just feels wrong every time I say that, but apparently that's how you say it. It's not just loud, the Ensalade. It's thick. It's dense. It's a wall of fragrance. You know what I mean? It's powerful stuff. This is not weak at all, but it feels airier, dances about a bit more. You know, it might even be more nuanced. This is just my second wear, you know. I sampled it from that pack of the Torino fragrances that I got free with this purchase. But it was more to say, you know, once I'd realised, or once I was told rather, that it smelled like Ensalade, I thought, well, I'm going to have to make sure. Yeah, there's it's a lot more different than what I thought, actually. And it's animalic. This isn't. This is more, the rhubarb is more sour, and it's more suede than animalic leather, which you get from that. It's actually more different than what I thought, which is good. Yeah, this is more citric, more aromatic as well, actually. Like, There's a green aromatic nature about it. Makes it fresher. Enchiladas. It's just a wall of like rhubarb and leather. And quite animalic at the same time, but I do like it a hell of a lot. Yeah, this isn't anywhere near as similar as what I thought, thankfully. So yes, some striking similarities with enchilada. People will tell you that, believe them, it's true. You know, the saffron, the leather, and the rhubarb, they're not often found together. It will remind you of it immediately, but when you do the side by side, and I know I didn't spray that on skin, but I just know that it's not as similar as what I thought. I'll just go over the notes for Torino 25 for you guys, so you know what you're working with. So main accords are aromatic, fresh, spicy, citrus, woody, musky, leather, amber, green, fruity, and powdery. It must be the juniper that's making it. Yeah, it must be the juniper that's making it aromatic. So in the top, we've got grapefruit, rhubarb, ginger, and saffron. And in the mid, we've got juniper, suede, and leather. That makes sense. And then in the base, we've got amber, vetiver, and musk. Yeah. Nowhere near as similar as what I thought. Yeah. First impressions, it's enchilada, but it's not. It's fresher. It's lighter in its wear. It's not as dense or as forceful. You will get the similarities, obviously, as I've said, and I'll say it again. Rhubarb, leather, and saffron aren't often found together. So your mind will immediately go there if you're familiar with it, but when you do the side by side, it's not as similar as what you first think.
Quite different.
If you're a fan of the enchilada DNA and you're wanting something that is a bit more versatile, still great quality and not as obnoxious, you've got it. And I'm even happier to have it in the collection than what I first thought when I smelled it. When I had that one where it was just from the little sample atomizer, so you know, I've always said this, you don't get as much juice on, and I do think you get a better idea of how it performs when you use it from the bottle, but it wasn't weak. It wasn't a monster projector, I don't think, you know. I got the feeling that it was a little bit closer to the skin, but it did last quite a long time. I didn't have any problems thinking that it was going to be a weak performer. I'm very impressed. It'll take, Torino 22 will take some beating. It will, because that's my favourite. But I think I might prefer it as a 21. And that 21's most people's favourites. So yeah, Torino 25. Getting bombed on for Grantigo. But I like it a lot. If you're a fan of enchilada, you're more than likely going to like it. If you hear people saying it's an enchilada rip-off, don't be afraid. It's not a direct one-to-one. They've just took some facets of it as inspiration and done their own thing with it. Yeah. First impressions rating, I give it an 8. First impressions tell me I'm not as keen on it as I am on enchilada, because that is an experience. This is just a very nice fragrance that's nuanced and high quality. But I think that 8 might go up. I do. And there we have it. As I always say, if you're liking the content, specifically this video, don't forget to smash that like down there. Give me a thumbs up. It does the channel the world of good. And subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you hit that bell notification icon down there so that you can be notified next time I upload some scent nonsense. So until next time, guys, stay fresh, keep smelling good. I'll see you again. Take care.